Hey all, Cindy again. Do you like my sunnies? They've got a toxic symbol on them because I'm Britney Spears and up in here. Don't you know that she's toxic? What? Yeah, so back again. Thought I'd keep the video short and I'll try not ramble on as much this time. So yeah, we're going to be diving into addictions, the highs and the lows, the emotional roller coaster, the said triggers that I happen to face, what it's like in active addiction, the things that I kind of experienced, yeah, listen to those raggy bitches. They got no clue. I know that's right, I'm not supposed to have a clue. Anyway, we don't promote hate here. We promote love. Even if other people like to promote like whatever kind of let's have a dig kind of thing, you know? Cause yeah, I'm one of those people that everyone likes to have an opinion on, and guess what? I generally don't give a fuck because it's, you know, if you want to be a raggedy ass that wants to put another human down, then, yeah, you don't deserve any of my time or attention, basically. And girls, we live in a shitty enough fucking world full of fucking shit men that think they can control us and boss us around and then force yous to be going and fucking, you know, being all bitchy and like thinking it's cool, like just because you want to fit in. How about you go fit in with the girls? It's safer. They're not going to force you into sex slavery, or they're not going to force you to do drugs, or they're not going to actually slip some Frank into your drink and then rape you. Like, but yeah, no, let's keep picking on other girls. Like, what is wrong with you all? Like, I don't know. I've never understood how people and other human beings work, to be honest. Like, I mean, logical sense would be like, girls against boys, you know? But no, it's not that way. It should be. It should be. It'd be a lot easier. A lot more girls would actually have their own freedom and individuality, and they wouldn't be forced to do things that they didn't want to do if more girls actually stood up for each other rather than tore each other down just like the lads do, you know? And all the things that I've just mentioned that happens to come with said drug addiction, alcohol addiction. Let's be real. You could be having your 18th birthday, you go out and some sleaze bag, boom. You know? And I'm sorry, but that I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That is the world we live in. And that's the tame version, if I'm being real. Yeah. Girls should be looking out for each other, you know? Instead of, let's just have a go at her because everyone else is and I want to fit in. If we want to make change and make the world a better place, I think we need to start using some logic and really, really questioning, are the boys worth it? You know, take it from someone that, you know, has her head screwed on, even though I act like a crazy goddamn maniac and sit here and whatever, who cares? I do what I do. I don't give a fuck. I even know said details and I still don't care. I will be me till the day I die. I ain't changing for no cunt. It is me. If you don't like it, see ya, bye. You know what I mean? I don't need ya. But yeah, come on now. Right? Right. So, I mean, most of our coming from the girl side of things. In the girl side of addictions, let's face it, we become in that active addiction because of some sort of trauma or sexual abuse. Okay, right? Am I correct? Or our children being taken off of us, or something traumatic. But mainly stems around the fact that, yeah, but no, we still want to be cool with the boys and do what they do and actively pick on some other person because the boys told us to. You know what, girls? If you actually thought about it, the whole reason you're basically in this active addiction setting is because of something that happened that was not okay, and or said you don't have a home or whatnot, and we have trauma or father issues or uncle issues, or we have foster parent issues who touched us. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, most of us are there because of that. And then what happens? What actually happens in that next process? Now that we've just started drugs because someone's made us do it and told us it would make us feel better. Like, no, they've done this because you've been targeted, because you're an easy victim to then force into sex slavery. So, technicalities here. The trauma thing, the reason why you actually begun drugs to begin with, is then being forced upon you down the lines of the lads. Just being honest, because you've been targeted as a vulnerable or pretty, or you're young, or you know what, like, but then you all want to be bitches to each other. It just doesn't make sense, hey? It really doesn't. Like, what did they ever do to you? Like, I've been through shit, don't get me wrong, and I still, like, you know, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm a little freak. I don't care, like, but I don't care if anyone calls me a slut. I don't care if I've never actually gone out of my way to sell myself, even though said other people have. Yeah, I own it. I'm a little sexual beast. I like to have fun. I like to do my thing. And if you want to judge me for that, cool. I bet you do it too. But I bet most of you are probably getting paid for things that you don't want to be doing just because you want to get your next hit. You get what I'm saying here, guys? Like, you know? It's like, instead of producing all this hate against each other or against the girls and whatnot, like, come on. You've all been through the same shit, isn't it? It doesn't matter who's had it worse or who's done what. Let's put it in a roundabout block. We've all been through the same thing. And instead of being like such, you know what? Group together and be like, hey, why the fuck are we doing this for that fuckwit? If you actually put your heads together, girls, you could do it better without them. Just being honest here. I'm just being honest. Sorry, lads, I don't want to put you out of business or anything, but I think some females need a little bit of a lesson. Yeah. That just went completely off topic thanks to those girls walking past. But I think that was a very good off topic to kind of have, if I'm being real, which kind of always am. Yeah. Like I said, most active addictions, whether that's porn, drugs, alcohol, whatever. Most of those stem from a massive trauma, neglect, or not knowing any better. I've personally never been a street kid. I grew up in a normal family home, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, like, it doesn't matter about like that, but like, I honestly couldn't imagine what it is like having going through that as an adult to then think of a kid out there and that being the case. Like, it's sad. It is actually sad. And my heart breaks for those people in those situations, especially the younger people, because they don't know any better. And like I just said, they're so, like, I'm sorry girls, but even boys too. A younger generation is much more easily manipulated and misled. And you might think that it was your idea, but there's people out there that are that good with manipulating. It'll just make you think that it was your idea. But they've had that as their main end goal from the get-go. And that's the sad reality of it. Like, it was never a by chance kind of situation, you know? Like, not much happens by chance these days. If someone sees a young girl, say we're at schoolies. Yeah, we're at schoolies. I wonder how many of those girls at schoolies are potentially ticked off as a target to then, hey, do you want some of this? You get what I'm saying, guys? Yeah, I hope so. So, obviously no judgment, like, no judgment if you're still in that position. I'm just saying, instead of being all bitches about it, like, start joining together, join forces. Girl power. Powerpuff Girls, bro. You know? Fuck the lads. It's like, I bet, I'm just saying, like, I'm just going to throw this out there, but, like, I actually stood by someone for I don't know how long. And don't get me wrong, like, we had our ups and downs, but throughout jail, thinking that, like, you know what, like, I've just done this for this person. Like, there's no way that they wouldn't do exactly the same thing for me now if it was reversed. About 9 months in to him finally being home after 3 years, I quickly learned that was not the case. And obviously everyone's out here thinking like it's a cool thing, and you know, I mean, yeah, you just can have, like, you just can think it's cool and, like, it's something that you just want to, like, you know, stick to and do whatever or whatever. The fact is, like, most of those dudes, like, if you were actually in a need or in trouble, or you stood by them and done something fucking, you know, whilst they were in jail, you know, you kept the fort down kind of situation. How much bullshit do you just deal with though? Do this, do that, do this, do that. And how much of it do they take for granted? Then how much of that do you just cop abuse after abuse after abuse? And then to only realise, like, they don't actually give a shit. They're just fulfilling their needs whilst they're in jail. And a month later, after they're out, you're a nobody to them. And then, like I said, you just pass down the line to the next one until you're forced into selling your box or whatever else there is. Like, let's be real. I mean, it's a tech world. Yeah. Be kind. Look after each other. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, if I was on the street and I was seeing some chick, I'm telling you, it would make things a whole lot easier if someone else had your back. Like, I've learned to have my back my entire life, and I've dealt with that. I'm cool with that. At least I know no one's going to stab me in it. Technicalities. But, you know, I don't have to know or be, like, I've never had to know or worry about, you know, that side of things. Or if someone's going to dog on me, blah, 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 whatever. I fly solo, so, you know, so it kind of makes it a little bit hard, like it minimises those circumstances. But yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there. And obviously, we will touch base with some more of these topics throughout our little journey here. As I said, we're going to be learning how to deal with the ups and downs. Watch me on my journey of sobriety. Talk about the other things that also involved if you are a said female and happen to have criminal history, become incarcerated. I can't believe I just actually used the word incarcerated. Look at me go. Yeah, and had your children taken away from you, dealing with the system, dealing with child safety, dealing with all of those kind of processes, not knowing what to do, where to go, yeah, and also whilst probably dealing with, you're still in addictions, still probably have no job, no home, and doing what you need to, like, the struggle is fucking real, you know? So, yeah, I look forward to talking some real talk with people and showing them what it's like, active, non-active, whatever. I'm going to be here. Even if I've just relapsed and just had a massive red, and I will jump on here. But you're going to notice because I'll be like, mad sweats and whatnot. But hey, I promise that I'll keep it as real as I, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat things, and I'm definitely going to give my side of an opinion, which I'm not afraid to voice. Yeah. And talk about all the things that I guess get us to the addiction stage. Talk about, you know, dealing with breakups. let's go down. Dealing with breakups. Dealing with like public shaming and attacks and the word that rhymes with grape and all those sort of lovely things. We can get a head start on all of those non so awesome topics, but the kind of topics that should be discussed and brought to many people's attentions with the reality of what outside's like. I mean, it's hard enough being on the street. It's hard enough dealing with trying to get back on top of things again. It's really hard to, once you've lost everything, it's really hard to rebuild. Like, it's difficult. Like I said, you're gonna have to want to put a ring on it. It doesn't mean to say you know, have to feel bad if you do end up, having a fall or having a lapse or whatever. Or things just aren't going right. We know how it goes. If you've been there, if you know, you know. Don't beat yourselves up. It is what it is. Yeah. Just keep moving forward and stay real. Don't give up if that's something that you want to do. Or one step at a time. Just make sure though it's for you and never for anyone else. It's biggest advice. Make sure it's for you. Don't do it for any other cunt. You have to want it. And even if those processes and steps seem a million light years away, and you're homeless, you've got nothing, you've got one pair of clothes, you don't know what your next move is, or where you'll end up, or how long it is again until you actually have money in your pocket, kind of thing. Yeah. So it is doable, no matter how scary it is. Even with all the haters and all the people that think they can have an opinion or call you a junkie or look at you like scum or just want to treat you and look at you like you're trash. You know what? Fuck them. They ain't you. They've never understood what it's like to be where you're at. Just remember that. And don't ever let someone else's opinion drag you back down, especially when you're on that road, because, it's not worth it. Other people's opinions on that matter to make you fall down again. 100% not worth it. But yeah. Look forward to seeing how this one goes, and I hope you all look forward to a little bit of a journey, life lessons, a truthful, honest voice, and ready to help people deal with their things and their shiz in it, while I deal with my shiz in it best way I can. Yeah, look forward to it. It's kind of scary, but yeah, let's do it. Putting a ring on it, Beyonce. All my single ladies. You know what I mean, girls? I'm out and going for a shower.